Imagine pulling up to one of the most powerful celebrity homes in Hollywood, thinking you're about to make the biggest power move of your career, only to be told 3 brutal words at the gate. Not today. Well, that's exactly what just happened to Meghan Markle. Yes, the Duchess herself thought she could slide into Kris Jenner's inner circle, but Hollywood has spoken. And this rejection is now all anyone can talk about. So, what really went down when Meghan showed up uninvited at Kris Jenner's estate? And why is this being called her biggest Hollywood humiliation yet? Let's get into it. Ever since leaving the royal family, Meghan has had one clear mission: conquer Hollywood. She signed massive streaming deals, launched her own projects, and surrounded herself with high-profile figures. But here's the problem. Hollywood doesn't play by royal rules. Influence here isn't about titles. It's about relevance, power moves, and mutual benefit. And that's where Meghan is struggling. See? While the royals gave her prestige, she's always had her eyes on something else, becoming a Kardashian-level celebrity. That's the circle Meghan desperately wants to join. Which brings us to Kris Jenner, the queen of reality TV, the ultimate power broker in Hollywood. A meeting with her isn't just tea and gossip. It's business, branding, and strategy. So Meghan decided to pull what she thought was a bold move. She reportedly rolled up to Kris Jenner's home, completely unannounced. But in Hollywood, unannounced doesn't equal bold, it equals bad etiquette. Because here, access is everything. And access isn't given freely. It's earned, negotiated, and carefully arranged. Meghan didn't get that memo. When Meghan's SUV reached Kris's gate, she ran into the first line of Hollywood defense, the gatekeepers. These aren't just regular security guards. They're trained to filter out anyone who isn't scheduled, no matter how famous. Sources say Meghan tried to convince them she had something Kris would love to hear about. But protocol is protocol. No prior authorization, no entry. A call was made upstairs to Kris's team. And the response? 3 brutal words. Not today. Now let me tell you, those words aren't just polite rejection. In Hollywood, not today often means not ever. And it gets worse. Meghan reportedly asked security to double-check with Kris directly, probably assuming Kris would at least jump on the phone. But Kris didn't even pick up. That silence? That's a power move. In this industry, being ignored can be 10 times more damaging than being criticized. And Kris Jenner made it clear, Meghan's attempt wasn't even worth a conversation. This wasn't just a failed visit. It was a calculated snub. And then came the knockout punch, the paparazzi photos. Somehow, cameras were conveniently there to catch Meghan's SUV stalled at the gate. Coincidence? Or did Kris's team let it happen? Because we all know the Kardashians are masters of media manipulation. If they wanted that moment out in the world, letting paparazzi get those shots was the perfect way to send the message. Meghan is not on the inside. And just like that, the narrative was set. Meghan Markle wasn't just visiting. She was rejected. Now Meghan's team is scrambled to control the narrative. Words like misunderstanding and mistimed visit started popping up in the press. But let's be real, this isn't just about timing. In Hollywood, relationships are built on context, trust, and optics. Showing up without an invitation wasn't seen as bold, it was seen as desperate. And in the gossip world, the story of Meghan being blocked at the gate was too juicy to undo. This wasn't Meghan's first attempt at getting close to the Kardashian-Jenner empire. Insiders claim she's been trying for months, sending lavish gift baskets, dropping subtle hints in interviews, even aligning her brand moves to catch their attention. But none of it worked. Why? Because the Kardashians are extremely selective. Their brand thrives on partnerships that add direct value. And Meghan, despite her notoriety, comes with baggage. Her polarizing reputation, the royal drama, the public skepticism, all of that makes her more of a risk than an asset. The Kardashians may live in controversy, but make no mistake, they choose their alliances carefully. They don't let just anyone into their empire, not even a duchess. And that's the harsh Hollywood reality Meghan is learning. Fame isn't enough. Titles aren't enough. Influence here is about fitting into a narrative that sells. And right now, Meghan Markle, she's not part of the Kardashian storyline. Here's the realest thing for Meghan. This rejection cuts deeper than the royal scandals ever did. Back in the UK, she could spin narratives about outdated traditions, unfair treatment, and racism in the press. She positioned herself as the victim of a cold institution. But in Hollywood, that playbook doesn't work. Hollywood isn't sentimental. It doesn't care about titles. It cares about relevance, numbers, and relationships. So, when Meghan got shut down at Kris's gate, she couldn't blame centuries of monarchy or royal protocol. This was about her own Hollywood credibility. And right now is looking shaky. And let's not forget, Meghan isn't just chasing fame, she's running a business. Her brand, American Riviera Orchard, depends on star power, partnerships, and high-profile allies. The Kardashians, with their global empire, could have boosted her in ways no royal title ever could. But after this public rejection, the door to that empire seems firmly shut. Worse, in Hollywood, perception is reality. And if Meghan is seen as desperate for validation, but constantly rejected, her brand value drops fast. This isn't just a bad headline, it's a potential brand killer. So here's the takeaway. Meghan thought she could crush the Kardashian kingdom. Instead, she got the coldest rejection in Hollywood, caught on camera for the world to see. The gates didn't just stay closed, they sent a message. Not today, not ever. But what do you think? Was Meghan wrong for showing up unannounced, or was Kris Jenner being too harsh? Drop your thoughts below, because this Hollywood snub just might be Meghan's biggest scandal yet.